Hi there, and welcome to another video. For this one, I wanted to paint on this coaster I've had for a while that I got from Michael's, and go over the surface with watercolor ground so I could paint a watercolor piece on this. I would say I've had much more experience painting on watercolor paper, and thought it would be fun to try a bit of a different surface than what I'm used to. Also wanted to make a little something for my spouse on Valentine's Day, and I know he will love this. One of his favorite music artists is Kiss, and Ace Frehley is his favorite out of the group, but he also loves cats, so I just combined the two together into a fun idea for him. I went primarily with a phthalo blue and a Jane's Gray color scheme for this because Ace Frehley has been often associated with the color blue for his character in the band, because he's considered the spaceman of the group. And I think at the time they thought blue was most associated with space, so I primarily used those colors for that reason. So before I painted on the coaster, I did make this same work on watercolor paper, so I had an idea of how I was going to paint on this surface, since I haven't used watercolor ground as much. I have to say that the one thing I noticed with it so far is that the surface can be a bit more textured than what I'm used to, and needed more pigment than usual on my brush to get the whole surface area of where I wanted the paint to flow. But I absolutely love how smooth the pigment goes onto the surface, and I loved how easy it lifted with paper towel to create this smoky effect coming out of the guitar. I also found that when putting pigment onto the surface, it came out a bit lighter than desired, so I had to apply a few layers of color to get the right deep tones I wanted for this. I also went in some areas with ink to make deeper tones because I just like to add those extra touches to my art usually. Near the end here, I also used Posca pen to highlight around the character to make it pop more, and add a few stars to make it more of a space vibe for his character. I even decided to add a bit of silver ink to his face to get a bit of a shimmer like what he does with his face paint. And this is the final piece for this coaster. I really hope you all enjoyed this experiment piece on watercolor ground, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.